On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd. A mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgate.
On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd. A mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Thank you, guys. I did check in with the Auburn head coach before the game. He understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Volunteers headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. Coming out with it, it's Kane. Smashes in with the stiff arm. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it down to the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll do it himself. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. On the option. Doing it himself again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
What a great job tackling that time by the quarterback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option to get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Brown will throw it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The kick is on its way. Offense working from the pistol. On the ground, it's Bishop. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. Could not make his way to the corner.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Crosses the 30. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. On the option. He'll toss it. On the move at the 30. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for room. It's Bishop. Shakes off the defender. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Vols moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. And the Volunteers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Bishop. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. 2nd down, he'll throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Volunteers are marching down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Right back to the well. Makes him talk to the hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Going to the run, it's Morris. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. From the gun. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The 50. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got it behind the line. It's Bishop. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And we've already seen it with this offense, man. They do a good job. They're going to use him as a receiving threat. Let him match up on linebackers. He can win those matchups. He can make big plays. Now they just do it a different way. They call the screen. Let those linemen run upfield, get him the football in some space, and try to let him create a big play.
That's caught. It's Bishop. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Vols want to move quickly. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for space. It's Cobb. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Brown wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The short hands, it's Staley. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads quickly. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Using the quick game. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Taken in by Smith on the right side. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught by Smith. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He wants to throw it again. Grab near the sticks. It's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Makes the grab. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. All down at the 31-yard that's where this offense will go to work.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Doug.
Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. They'll send the back in motion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great 3rd down.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Auburn. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room and couldn't find much on that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. The Vols will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Out of the crowd, and now maybe some room here. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The sure hands. It's Matthews. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Volunteers go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Powers through the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Run in the red zone. It's Morris. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Auburn calls its 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Volunteers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Buying some time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Complete. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the 2-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Cartwright. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Vols headed quickly to the line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Sends it downfield. Goes high to pull it in. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Gets rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. Touchdown! ground ball. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Brown will throw it. He's got the back in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Hard running there. Got a little grass. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day. Getting set for the point after.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Fighting off the defender. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Volunteers are flying down the field. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Snaps it in the shotgun. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
And the Vols, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Sweet. Return. Q. Let it go. Wants to fire on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Running inside, it's Cobb.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
And the Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Brown wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. This is a designed run. Could be an alley. He's at the 40. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finishing touch, courtesy of that 75-yard run to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Bishop. Quick spin on the run. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Direct snap. Makes his man miss. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They'll go to the air. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. From the gun. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Defense in press coverage. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now,
the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Tennessee. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in a shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got a man, it's Johnson. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Now the play fake. Under fire. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The official says no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. They've got the screen set up. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Volunteers racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down 2 possessions. You're not going to get many more, so they got to be smart with the football while still being aggressive.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
That's caught. It's Matthews.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The throw. Punts it out of the air. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Gonna look downfield again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Fires to the wideout. He got it! They will score! Touchdown Vols! Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
He wants to throw it. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. On the ground, it's Cobb. Breaks into the open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Tigers. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. Upstairs to make the catch. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play out.
He's going for the big play. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Pulls it on the option. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
Oh, he's got some space.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's a give to Washington. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the 4th quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now, decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Punt is on its way. All the way back to the 15. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Runs through, man. He might have some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 45. start to pick up the tempo.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got
a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! What a grab in the end zone for 6. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2. They still need a touchdown to take the lead here in the 4th, and they'll try to get the ball back with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. Wide open on the right. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gonna take a shot. Got it down the field. Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. That is how a quick strike offense flips the field, and now they're in business trying to cash in after that huge play. On target. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Stepping to the right. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tennessee! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The ball strike back for the touchdown. And they'll try to tack on 2. They want to throw it. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
The Vols will now use their final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Brown will throw it. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Jackson.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint,
he lets it fly. And it's his 4th interception of the game. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.